Been there, done that.
Sort things out.
He never would have thought of that himself.
About it differently.
How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony. Remember?
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side, but some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed. And then, I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it.
I agree with you completely.
And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
Same old thing all over.
I want to join Lee's people.
Lee's people? If Lee keeps on this way, they soon won't be his anymore.
Why?
Lee has always been a quiet one. It was that way in the colony too. But lately, he's overdoing it. He just wants to sit here and wait until the paladins drop dead from starvation. Silvio thinks we should clean up a bit on the small farms and outside the city. I think that would make for an excellent change. At the moment, most of us are just twiddling our thumbs here. Do you want to join up anyway?
Tell me that.
I want to become one of you no matter what.
You already know that we take a vote on every new recruit.
What are you hinting at?
Well, I haven't had anything to smoke in a long time. Bring me a few swamp weed reefers and you got my vote. You can surely scare some up someplace.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Things I get out of that.
Onar himself was after him.
Nothing amazing. That's harder to believe these days.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
About the swamp weed.
Nobody will learn.
Here's a few stalks for you.
Oh, you are my man. You've got my vote.
Himself was after him.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Of course we got trouble.
Hey, you!
I do not sell any weapons. Khaled does. He's in the house with Onar.
What kinds of weapons do you make?
Plain swords at the moment, not much else. But if I had some magic ore, I could forge weapons that are better than all comparable weapons made from regular old steel. You wouldn't happen to know where to find some around here. Besides in the Valley of Mines, I mean.
No.
Of course not.
So don't tell me that.
Are you with the farmers or the mercenaries?
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I was just curious.
Have you ever seen a farmer who also forges weapons?
No.
Then why do you ask such stupid questions?
So don't tell me that.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Stop blabbering then. Go to Torloff and let him put you to the test.
I've passed the test.
Good. I'll vote for you then.
Nobody will learn anything.
Can you teach me how to forge a sword?
Sure. That'll cost you a bit, though. Let's say 30 gold pieces.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Maybe later.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Teach me how to forge magic ore weapons.
But you don't even know the basics. First, you need to learn how to forge a decent sword. Then we'll see.
What about forging equipment?
What do you need?
Gossip.
Of course we got in the end.
If I know secret, I'd have gone about it differently.
Hey, hello. I'm new here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not really in the mood for conversation. I'm totally wrecked.
You're awfully busy, huh?
You can say that again. Bennett makes so many weapons that I can hardly keep up with the polishing.
Completely.
Who said that?
What can you tell me about the farm?
This is Onar's farm. That big building is his house. He vacated a wing for the mercenaries.
Sort things out.
We farmers have had to bunk in the barn ever since. But it's all right with me. It's good that we have people who guard the farm. The building here is the kitchen. Maybe you'll be lucky and Thekla will have something for you to eat.
What about the mercenaries?
Onar hired them to keep the city militia off our backs. But they also guard the farm, the sheep, and us farmers. So don't even think about stealing anything or rummaging around in somebody's chest. They're just waiting for a chance to knock you down.
That's no secret. Would have thought of that herself.
Hey,
Been there, done that.
what are you smoking there?
Want a toke?
No.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Do you do anything besides smoke?
Not at the moment.
You really should have known.
I want to join the mercenaries. Do you mind?
Who cares?
Surprise me.
Cypher told me that someone stole a package of swamp weed from him.
He doesn't see that. Can't help.
Would you know anything about that?
No.
You don't have to answer that.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Tell me that.
I'll knock it out of you.
Relax. I'm way too stoned to fight with you. Here, first take a big toke.
You can't go on like this forever.
People.
Just you.
Agree with you completely. You really should have known better.
There's been all kinds of rumors.
I can't help him.
You already
just
know
have to
right?
listen. I'd have gone about it differently.
That'll
Tell me
only
that
cause
isn't
more
true.
trouble.
That's
There's
been
all
known
kinds
a
of
long time.
rumors.
Well, we'll see the next time.
Rumors.
Hey, you!
You can do about it.
Where's the package?
Okay. I sold it to some bum in town. It was at the harbor. I can't remember what he looked like.
Could it be that you need another thrashing?
Business.
Honest, man, I was totally stoned. I don't have the slightest idea what the guy looked like. It was at the harbor near the boat builders. That's all I can remember.
I wouldn't have
See
done that.
that? I can't help him.
As if I didn't have enough
Myself.
problems.
You didn't get that from me.
That's all just gossip, so don't tell me that.
This is the first I've heard of it.
My problem. That's all just gossip. Please do. You better.
I know who took your weed.
Who? Was it that Bodo?
Time. I can't help him.
No, one of the mercenaries did it. Dar.
That bastard. Where is he?
Finding him won't help you. He doesn't have the package anymore. He sold it in Riisis,
Where is he?
behind the kitchen building on the corner.
I'll flatten him.
There's not what I can do about it.
And that's the truth.
How are things?
What do you want from me, weenie?
How's it going?
That's none of your business, weakling.
That was no big deal.
I want to join the mercenaries.
There's no place for wimps around here.
You can't rely on that.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense, you couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
Nobody wants to.
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me. Want to risk a little bet?
I used to say that myself.
I bet I can handle your sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces. Do you even have that much?
Will it ever change?
I used to say that myself.
Sure.
Let me see then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
About this strong.
Looks like you got me there. I never expected that. You really don't look like you have that much strength in you. Well, I guess I just lost 30 gold pieces. Here you are. Now give me back my weapon.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Just you wait, you bastard.
That's all just gossip.
Oh my god! Oh my god, a fuck.
Watch out!
That hurt bad.
People.
It was quite obvious.
These days.
You just have to.
You really gave Dar what for? Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, that felt good.
Not to him, I suppose.
The little beggar has no business going through my chest.
That's really not my problem.
Don't you try that again.
Wait a minute.
All right, you win. What do you want?
I want to join the mercenaries.
So what about handing me my sword back first, eh?
And that's the truth.
Here's your sword back.
High time, too.
Thing all over again.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Okay, I don't carry grudges. You can fight, and that's what counts. Most of the lads here think nothing of a little brawl amongst friends. You'll get used to that. As far as I'm concerned, you're in.
I'm staying out of problem. Same old thing all over again.
Doing all right?
Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against it. Anyway, you freed our mine from the guards back then. But don't count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
That's the first I've heard of it. I've heard a thing or two.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now. In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store. And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job, even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
Is it really true?
I've got my own opinion about that. I already thought as much.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there.
Nobody ever asked for
Or do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I can just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform, and then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
You didn't get that from me.
That's been going
I
on a long
used to say
time.
that myself.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Just like you said, I can't believe that. Nothing's ever going to change that.
That's all just gossip.
That's totally obvious.
Blabbermouth, you told Cypher I took his weed.
Tell why.
Like hell will I vote for you.
Beliar himself was after him. Do you really think?
Bad business.
That's totally obvious.
Is it really true? That's not what I...
I wouldn't have no secret. Why haven't I heard about this before?
No, he insisted he knew better.
That will never change.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Beliar himself was after him. Same old thing all over.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Things I could tell you.
You have to step in and sort things out.
Same old thing all over again.
You listen to the wrong people.
Same old thing all over again.
That's really not my problem.
That will never change.
I think I've found something.
Things I could tell you.
That's really not my problem.
And that's the truth.
There you are, finally. I've been waiting for you.
What happened?
Drinking contest is finally over.
Who won?
Got that.
This time, Randolph has won. Rookar must have been having a bad day. Oh, well, I hope that was the last time. I don't want that kind of to-do in my house ever again, remember that.
Wait a minute.
I've got no time.
Hangover?
No, I feel fine, really. It finally worked this time. Thanks again for your money. Here, take it back. Looks like Rookar won't be getting up anytime soon.
Leave these days.
Same old thing all over again.
You seem to have bitten off more than you can chew.
Here's your money, and not one word
Who
more.
wants to know?
That was obvious all along.
us! Run as fast as you can!
Nothing to be had there.
You're in.
You've got a lot of space up here.
It's nice enough. But if you go through the pass back there, you won't think so much longer. If this little tract of land has impressed you, then wait till you see the Valley of Mines back there.
Why are you looking so solemn?
You're wearing our aquamarine ring.
You belong to the Ring of Water?
I certainly do. Good to see a new face in our ranks.
What's your task within the Ring of Water?
I keep an eye on the entrance to the pass to see who goes in and out. Since the paladins have closed the gate to the pass, however, there hasn't been much coming and going.
Have you heard of those missing people?
Of course I have. That's why we're supposed to keep our eyes open. But I haven't seen much that would give you a clue, to tell you the truth.
Who are you?
My name is Gon. I'm a hunter and work for Bengar, the farmer here on the high pastures. I spend most of my time here outside, basking in the sun.
What do I need to know about the Valley of Mines?
No idea. I've only taken a fleeting glance at the valley. Looked pretty dangerous. The best thing to do if you go there, through the pass, is to stay close to the beaten track. Either you take the way through the big gorge or the road over the stone bridge. That one is shorter and safer. Now that the orcs are roaming all over the place, you have to be a bit careful. I don't want to have to drag you to the herb witch.
Herb Witch?
Her name is Sagita, and she's the healer for the farmers and the other people who live outside the harbor city. A truly curious female. No one really likes going to her, and everybody enjoys gossiping about her. But if you're sick, you won't find better help than Sagita and her kitchen full of healing herbs. You'll find her in the strip of woods behind Sekub's farm.
Can you teach me about hunting?
No problem. For 100 gold coins, I can show you how to gut the animals you bring down. Pelts and other trophies bring a lot of money in the market.
How's the hunting?
The last animal I could bring down was a large rat. Not very encouraging and bad for business. For several days now, some kind of snorting beast has been roaming the area. It not only kills everything that moves, it also interferes with my work.
What does this dangerous beast look like?
I don't know exactly. Up to now, I mostly heard grunting and scratching. But I've seen what it can do. Even wolves aren't safe from it. The beast even bit the head off of one.
How much would you pay me if I killed that beast for you?
I'd give the person who killed it everything I could spare. 30 gold pieces.
Where does this scummy beast come from?
Somewhere from outside the woods. Maybe from the Valley of Mines, but I don't know for sure. I've never been to the Valley of Mines. One less monster around. There's another one of those scummy beasts. One less monster around.
I think I've found something. You're the farmer here?
You could say so, but I'm really just a tenant. All the land here is owned by one big farmer.
How do you make a living?
Mostly hunting and the wood we cut. Of course, we also raise sheep and work the land. Onar saddles me with all these laborers, and I have to keep them busy somehow. Only a few of them are good hunters, you see.
Has anything strange happened around here lately?
Many strange things are happening these days, but none as strange as the mysterious disappearance of Pardos. He's one of my field workers, and certainly not the kind who would drop everything overnight and slink off just like that, you see.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
What exactly is so strange about his disappearance?
Pardos is such a timid sort. The furthest he's ever been from the farm is to the end of my fields. He would run away at the mere sight of a meat bug. Those things may not be pretty to look at, but you really couldn't call them dangerous. They say there's people who eat them. Gross.
You get used to it.
I never knew that.
Maybe he was simply fed up.
Working in the fields was his life. I cannot imagine him having gone to work for another farmer. With me,
he could do whatever he wanted.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Any clues at all?
I think those bandits must have dragged him off. They've been roaming around this area for days now. I once saw them drag a citizen of the town off to their camp. It looked like they were gonna make him a slave.
That's exactly what I said.
Where is this bandit camp?
At the far end of my fields, some steps lead down to a small hollow. That's where they have made themselves at home. I'd like to go look for Pardos there, but there's no way I'm going up against those guys. And you had better give him a wide berth, too. They're not known for their sense of humor.
Were the bandits carrying weapons when they passed by here?
What kind of stupid question is that? How would they be bandits if they weren't armed?
I mean, a whole load of weapons. A big delivery.
I see. Yes. Now that you mention it, they were carrying lots and lots. Some in barrels, some in bags, and some on the cart they brought.
You're employing day laborers?
Onar sends away the workers he can't use on his farm. Then he sends them to me. I feed them and they work here for me.
What do you think of Onar?
He's a greedy bastard who'll get us all hanged in the end. One of these days, the paladins will come out of the city and make us small farmers bleed for what he's doing here. But I haven't got a choice. The militiamen only come here to collect and not to defend the farm. If I held myself loyal to the city, I'd be very much on my own. At least Onar sends some mercenaries now and then to see how we're doing.
What have you got against the royal troops?
It's obvious. There hasn't been any improvement now that the paladins are in the city. Just the opposite. Now these cursed militiamen come onto our land even more often and steal everything they can, and the paladins don't do a darn thing about it. The only paladins that I've ever seen are the 2 guards at the pass. They wouldn't budge an inch, even if the militia slaughtered us all.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
The pass?
Yeah, the pass to the old valley of mines by the waterfalls at the other end of the high pastures. Ask Malik about it. He was there a couple times last week.
I think I've found something.
done for. You have saved my life.
Who are you?
My name is Eldridge. I come from town.
Master Thorben told me that you had disappeared.
Those lowly scum dragged me off here and were keeping me prisoner.
Lots of people are missing in town.
I don't know anything about missing people. I can only tell you what happened to me.
What exactly happened to you?
I was on my way to the rendezvous I had set up with my girl. Her name is Lucia. We've been planning to get away to the mountains and away from the town and all those who live there. I had just arrived at the meeting point when suddenly some of these bandits sprang out from the underbrush and captured us both. I put up a fight, of course, but to no avail. There were just too many of them. You didn't happen to see them?
Tell me about Lucia.
A girl from the harbor district. She used to work for that horrible Bromor. She's very pretty.
What did the bandits want with you?
Sometimes I could overhear them at night. I didn't get everything, but I think they wanted to make us slaves.
Where were they going to take you?
To a place somewhere here, on the island of Riisis, but I think one can't get there without a ship. They brought me to a mooring place on the coast. Some pirates were camped out there. One of the bandits approached the pirates to negotiate. They were having a fierce argument. I think the bandit wanted the pirates to ferry him somewhere, along with me, but the pirates wouldn't have it. So the bandits withdrew, and we've been sitting around here ever since. They seemed to be rather at a loss, and then you came.
Where's the pirates' mooring place?
Not far from the harbor of Riisis. When you stand on the quay and look out to the sea, all you need to do is get a boat and go to the right along the coast. The first small bay you come across is the mooring place I was talking about.
Pirates in Riisis?
I don't know very much about them. I first clapped eyes on one of them at the mooring place. They always stay in the background. Every single one of them is a wanted criminal in Riisis. They're afraid of the gallows. That's why you're never going to meet one of them in town.
Bromor says Lucia walked off with a golden dish.
Well, if Lucia really stole from Bromor, the bandits will certainly have taken the thing from her.
Where's Lucia now?
We parted ways at the big crossroads in front of Onar's farm. The bandits dragged Lucia off to the woods behind Sekop's farm. May Inos protect her.
Did the bandits who held you captive receive a shipment of weapons?
Oh yes, so many that they could barely carry them. They took the whole caboodle and disappeared towards Sekop's farm.
I found a letter from your Lucia.
What? Give it here. No, I don't believe this. No, I just can't believe it. She just can't leave me behind like this. Take this letter back. I don't want it. I firmly believe that she's going to come back to me someday.
You should get yourself back to town in a hurry.
What else would I be doing? I'm going straight back to my master Thorben. Will you go look for the bandits?
Well, yes, I think so.
If you find Lucia, get her safely back to town, will you?
I'll see what I can do. I think I've found something. Hey!
I found your buried things.
Then you should be carrying about 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet, and they're all mine. Give them here.
Here's your stuff. A bag with 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet.
Very good. You're lucky that you weren't dumb enough to simply take the stuff and run. Here's your share of the booty.
How are things?
So-so. Those mercenaries aren't much help, really. I had expected them to have a little more guts, at least. But they're just a bunch of braggarts and loudmouths, if you ask me.
What was your business with the mercenaries?
I already told you I'm looking for this fellow in red armor. But the idiots here have no idea what I'm talking about.
I take it you're looking for someone named Dexter?
Damn it, how would I know the fellow's name?
I know where you can find him.
Really? Tell me.
Not far from here. He seems to be the leader of an evil gang of bandits.
Ha! Yup, that's him. I knew the old landlubber'd hold up here somewhere. Now, all I need to do is scour all the hideouts and rat holes around here. I'll find that bastard, don't need your help for that.